Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host. Almost every Wednesday we meet here to talk about important things and important people. And this week, what's important is what happened last week. As many of you know, while we were recording last week, in Lewiston, Maine, a gunman killed 18 people and wounded 13 others using an assault rifle. And we just want to take a minute to recognize the loss in our community and to acknowledge the heroes who did what they could to prevent even further carnage. A tragic loss, and not only are we mourning the lives and the injured, but we're mourning really the loss of our faith in institutions, because as the facts are revealed, we're learning that the public safety apparatus is not working. It's a system that's broken, because this shooter, had all the signs of being a shooter. He admitted to having a shooter fantasy. He was a psychotic who had been in a mental hospital for 2 weeks. He told people he was going to shoot up a Saco military facility. People related to him suspected that he might commit a mass shooting and reported it to law enforcement. But despite all that, despite the glaring signs, the flares that he was a ticking time bomb, Robert Card, the killer, was allowed to possess the weapons that he used, which of course we know to be these assault rifles, right? AK, yada yada, was lawfully allowed to obtain all the ammo he needed to commit this horrendous crime. And so we're left picking up the pieces. As a society, we're left picking up pieces that don't fit together because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense why we have to live like this. No other country does, so we need to change the laws. But it also doesn't make any sense that the guy wasn't stopped, because it appears that law enforcement knew all along that he was going to commit a mass shooting. He basically stood on the roof and with a megaphone announced it to the world. He was admitted to a psychiatric hospital for 2 weeks with an escort from the New York State Police. His poor son, tried to protect society by warning the sheriff that his father was an imminent threat. His employers reported him to be a menace, but nonetheless, the public safety apparatus did not protect the public. We're not safe from mass shooters. They are domestic terrorists, and we are vulnerable. So we mourn the loss of life, and we mourn the loss of confidence in the police, because they didn't protect us from this guy, and then when they were trying to find him, they fumbled. They fumbled again. It took 48 hours for 350 people to find one dead guy in a trailer, like 500 feet from away from where he works. So for 48 hours, communities were under lockdown, worried that this maniac on the lam was out stalking their neighbors and friends. So we're hurting here in Maine because we feel like we have bozos in charge. And what we need is serious people to do a serious job. And on the Smugsy Show, we're so sorry about what happened, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with anyone who is earnest in their efforts to get to the bottom of the situation. Perhaps the case. This could be the topic of the case, right? We need Kirk Minihane maybe to get to the bottom of this mystery. Who fucked up? Kirk Minihane, who just turned 50, happy birthday. I was thinking that Kirk Minihane is probably to Minifans what Bewitched is to me. You know, everybody has their comfort. Jack Coleman has Harry Potter. Gus has whatever nonsense he has. Well, I always liked Bewitched. Our house cleaner would come, Mrs. Gutermont, and she brought baked goods. So I kind of knew when it was going to be her day, and I'd get a bug. I was sick. And I had to stay home and watch my shows, and it was just, I felt so safe and secure. I could hear the hum of the vacuum in the background, watching Bewitched, The Partridge Family, Brady Bunch, shoveling food in my mouth. I think that's what Kirk Minihane is for the Minifans. He's like comfort food. And so that gives him, really, I mean, he's set for life. He can do his job, really. He's 50 now. He can do it for another 40 years. He's got a gift. And we wish him the best. Another great 50 years. And speaking of growing up, if anyone who's been following along on my kind of way of life, healthy living, the Mediterranean diet, you know, I don't consume pornography. It's like pasta, fish, salad, wine, a lot of cheese, bread, a lot of more wine, but abstain from pornography. I don't think it's healthy. But I do have a sex scene that I can recommend, and that is from the morning show. I think it's like episode 6. It's when Jennifer Aniston and John Hamm get together. Ooh, it's great. Electricity, sparks. Kind of gets you right in that spot, which is where we all want to get. That spot. Find the spot with me here on the show. Until next time, this is Muggsy signing off. Take care.